Many manufacturers celebrate high sales figures at the end of the month without accounting for the inventory that will return to the warehouse weeks later. These returns, often labeled as defects or transit damage, can significantly impact the actual net profit of those sales. This chart illustrates the silent bleeding effect. Revenue exits the business through three specific gaps: damage during transit, unsubstantiated defect claims, and bait-and-switch returns. Accepting a credit note for goods your team didn't break might feel like a necessary cost of maintaining a relationship, but it shifts the financial burden of the buyer's storage or handling errors directly onto your balance sheet. By implementing three specific operational rules, you can create a systematic verification process to address these leaks at every stage of the supply chain. The first rule establishes clear administrative boundaries using your existing billing paperwork. In your billing software, add a 48-hour inspection window clause in bold text to the bottom of every invoice, as highlighted on this mockup. This changes the communication at the point of sale. Your team must now inform clients that they have exactly 48 hours from the time of delivery to inspect the shipment. If the client identifies a discrepancy or damage, they are required to submit photo and video evidence within that 48-hour window for the claim to be processed. After 48 hours, the manufacturer is no longer liable for damage or short supply claims. This provides a clear legal cutoff for all return requests. This boundary encourages buyers to move goods into proper storage immediately. It prevents them from discovering damage caused by their own warehouse conditions months later and attempting to invoice you for the loss. The second rule addresses the physical logistics of your supply chain. When goods leave your facility, you face a significant financial risk if you remain responsible for them while they are on the road. You can mitigate this by shifting your standard sales terms to ex-factory or free on road. Under these terms, the ownership of the product transfers the moment it crosses your factory gate and is loaded onto the transporter's vehicle. Any damage caused by external factors during the journey, such as weather, rough handling, or theft, becomes the responsibility of the client. If a shipment arrives damaged, the client must resolve the issue through their own transport insurance or the logistics provider, rather than requesting a free replacement from your factory. Sales teams should avoid offering guaranteed door delivery unless the company has purchased specific insurance to cover that journey, as it places the risks of the highway back on your own ledger. This ensures your financial responsibility is tied strictly to the quality of production, rather than the variables of the transportation industry. The final rule moves back to the warehouse floor to prevent bait-and-switch fraud, where a client attempts to return a different manufacturer's defective unit as your own. The sealed batch sample protocol provides a physical record of every production run before it is palletized for shipping. A worker takes one random unit from the current batch and places it into a clear, tamper-evident bag. The bag is then labeled with the exact dispatch date and the batch number associated with that production run. These samples are kept in the quality control department for a minimum of 6 months. This protocol is a direct response to claims where a client may try to return a competitor's lower quality product and claim it came from your facility. If a client claims a batch is defective months after delivery, you can compare their unit against your sealed, time-stamped factory sample to verify the quality of the original production. Having physical proof of batch quality acts as a deterrent. Once clients are aware of this protocol, it reduces the frequency of fraudulent credit note requests. By utilizing specific invoice clauses, shifting transport liability, and maintaining physical batch samples, you create a verifiable trail for every transaction. Scaling a manufacturing business requires replacing verbal agreements with standardized documentation. These protocols ensure that as your volume grows, your profit margins remain protected from unverified claims. Prioritizing these administrative and physical checkpoints allow you to maintain professional client relationships without sacrificing the financial health of the company. You can find a warehouse protocol checklist in the description to help implement these steps in your facility. For more tutorials on operational efficiency, like this video and subscribe to the channel.